Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. In this presentation, we will delve into the story of a true global giant, Nestle. We'll embark on a visual journey to understand its transformation from a humble beginning into a worldwide phenomenon. We will explore its rich history, dissect its powerful business model, analyze its competitive landscape, review its recent performance, and finally, discuss the key challenges it faces in today's dynamic market. Let's begin.
Our story begins here, charting Nestle's incredible journey from a single innovative product to a global powerhouse that touches the lives of billions every day. To grasp the sheer scale of Nestle's influence, consider this. The company manages a portfolio of over 2,000 brands and has operations in 186 countries. This vast footprint is a testament to its long-standing mission of good food, good life.
The roots of Nestle are not in one company, but two. It all started with a rivalry between the Anglo-Swiss Condensed Milk Company, founded in 1866, and Henri Nestlé's groundbreaking infant cereal, introduced in 1867. This competition eventually culminated in a historic merger in 1905, forming the Nestlé and Anglo-Swiss Milk Company and laying the foundation for a global enterprise.
Following the merger, Nestle entered an era of pivotal innovation. In 1929, it acquired Switzerland's largest chocolate company, Peter Keiler Kohler, making chocolate a cornerstone of its business. Then, in 1938, the invention of Nescafé revolutionized coffee consumption worldwide. Its adoption massively accelerated by its use in the U.S. military during WW II. Finally, in 1947, a merger with Maggi diversified the company's portfolio into the culinary space of seasonings and soups. The post-war economic boom fueled a new wave of expansion. As this chart illustrates, Nestle embarked on a series of acquisitions that took it far beyond its original product lines. This included preserved foods with Cross and Blackwell, frozen foods with Findus and Stouffer's, and even a significant investment outside the food industry with the cosmetics giant L'Oréal.
This era was defined by bold, large-scale acquisitions that cemented Nestle's global leadership. As the donut chart shows, key business segments were fundamentally shaped by integrating iconic brands. This included Roundtree, which brought Kit Kat into the confectionery segment, Ralston Purina, which established pet care as a major pillar, and Gerber, which solidified its leadership in infant nutrition.
In the 21st century, Nestle has sharpened its focus on nutrition, health, and wellness. This strategic shift is designed to meet the demands of the modern, health-conscious consumer. As the bubble chart suggests, key initiatives are targeting high-growth areas like premium coffee, global coffee leadership, and the burgeoning health science market. Now, let's transition from its history to its present-day operations. How does the Good Food, Good Life mission power the world's largest food and beverage company? With over 2,000 brands and operations in 186 countries, Nestle sells over 1 billion products daily.
At its core, Nestle's strategy delivers value through a four-pronged approach. First, trusted brands and quality ensures reliable products. Second, a focus on nutrition, health, and wellness aims to enhance the quality of life. Third, a broad and diverse portfolio serves all ages and life stages. And fourth, global accessibility is achieved through an unmatched distribution network.
This strategy is powered by a diversified financial engine. Nestle's financial strength comes from a balanced portfolio of revenue streams and strategic investments across its entire value chain, which allows for stable growth and resilience in a dynamic global market. This chart shows the approximate revenue contribution of each major product category. While coffee and beverages form the largest share, it's crucial to note that high-growth areas like pet care and health science are identified as key to the company's future success. To fuel this engine, the company invests heavily in the foundational elements of its business. As the bar chart indicates, the largest investments are in raw materials and sourcing, followed closely by marketing and advertising, and manufacturing and logistics, with significant spending also dedicated to R&D and employee salaries.
Nestle's success relies on a highly organized end-to-end process. It begins with industry-leading R&D and innovation. It moves to sourcing and supply, where the company works with millions of farmers. This is followed by large-scale manufacturing and then marketing and sales to build brand equity. Finally, the process culminates with the consumer, reaching billions of people through retail, e-commerce, and food service.
Guiding this entire business model is the principle of creating shared value. This means that for the company to succeed long-term, it must create value not only for its shareholders, but also for society. This influences every decision, from sustainable sourcing to community development. Now, let's turn our attention to the competitive universe Nestle navigates. As a dominant force with over 2,000 global brands, it operates in a fiercely competitive environment that demands constant innovation and strategic agility.
Nestle faces rivals on two main fronts. The bar chart on the left shows its massive scale relative to other global conglomerates like PepsiCo, Unilever, and Mars. On the right, the radar chart illustrates that the competitive intensity varies by category, with the battle being particularly fierce in coffee, pet care, and dairy.
To compete, Nestle relies on four core strengths: an unmatched brand portfolio with iconic names like Nescafé and Kit Kat, a massive global reach into both developed and emerging markets, superior efficiency from its economies of scale, and a commitment to strong R&D and innovation to meet evolving consumer needs.
Today, the fight for market share is waged across four key strategic fronts. These are health and wellness, as consumers demand healthier options, sustainability and ethics, which are now key brand differentiators, e-commerce and digital, which are crucial for growth, and premiumization, offering high-end products to capture higher profit margins. This chart shows the estimated relative importance of these battlegrounds. As you can see, a significant amount of competitive energy in the current market is focused on health and wellness and e-commerce and digital, with sustainability and premiumization also being critical areas of focus.
To maintain its leadership position, Nestle employs a dynamic three-pronged strategy. This involves active portfolio management to acquire high-growth brands, a commitment to relentless innovation that aligns with consumer trends, and a thorough digital transformation to better understand and serve customers directly.
Let's now review the company's performance in the most recent full year, 2023, looking at key results and the strategic outlook.
In 2023, Nestle demonstrated resilience with total sales of 93 billion Swiss francs. The company saw strong organic growth, driven by pricing to offset inflation, maintained a strong UTOP margin reflecting operational efficiency, and generated a significant 10.4 billion Swiss francs in free cash flow.
On the left, we see that Purina pet care and coffee were primary drivers of the company's growth in 2023. On the right, we can see that organic growth was strong across all geographic zones, with Latin America showing excellent double-digit performance and solid results in developed markets.
Looking ahead to 2024, Nestle is targeting around 4% organic sales growth and a moderate increase in its profit margin. The ultimate goal is to deliver a 6 to 10% increase in underlying earnings per share for its shareholders. The strategic priorities to achieve this are continued innovation, advancing the sustainability roadmap, and accelerating digitalization. It's important to note that these figures are based on Nestle's official 2023 report and are simplified for illustrative purposes.
Despite its strengths, Nestle is not without its challenges. We will now turn to a visual analysis of the key headwinds the company is currently facing.
Nestle is under immense pressure to mitigate its environmental impact. The company has set an ambitious goal for 100% recyclable or reusable packaging by 2025. As the chart shows, while significant progress has been made, there is still work to do to overcome operational and supply chain hurdles.
Achieving its net zero by 2050 target is complicated by the nature of its carbon emissions.
As this chart clearly demonstrates, over 90% of its emissions are Scope 3, meaning they originate from the agricultural supply chain, which is outside of Nestlé's direct control.
Consumer priorities have evolved far beyond simple taste and price. As the radar chart shows, today's shoppers place high importance on healthiness, sustainability, ethical sourcing, and transparency, forcing brands to adapt their entire value chain.
Nestle's vast global supply chain is both a great strength and a significant vulnerability. It is exposed to a range of risks, including geopolitical and climate events, logistical volatility in global shipping, and the ongoing reputational threat from ethical sourcing scandals.
The competitive pressure is intense and comes from two main sources. As the chart indicates, Nestle must defend its market share against powerful global rivals like Unilever and PepsiCo, while also competing with a growing army of agile, local, and direct-to-consumer brands that resonate with niche audiences.
Finally, Nestle must navigate a complex landscape of regulatory and ethical hurdles. This includes stringent food regulations on labeling and marketing, as well as the legacy of historical controversies that necessitate continuous efforts to rebuild and maintain public trust. In conclusion, we have seen that Nestle's journey is a remarkable story of adaptation, innovation, and strategic growth. Its success is built upon a diversified and powerful business model, an unparalleled brand portfolio, and a massive global reach. However, to maintain its leadership position in the decades to come, Nestle must skillfully navigate the significant headwinds of sustainability, shifting consumer priorities, and an ever-intensifying competitive field. Its ability to meet these challenges will define the next chapter in the story of this global giant. Thank you for your attention.